Hey y'all, welcome back to Farm Girl Cooking, and today we're going to be dealing with this Harvest Right freeze dryer. Now this is the medium size and it is the stainless steel version, but I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. So unfortunately I'm still in the 24-hour waiting period before I can actually use this thing, so keep a lookout on the first bread run that you're supposed to do. That's just to help get all the chemicals out of the inside of this when you first get it, but you have to, like I said, you have to wait 24 hours before you can use it. So let's get it set up. This is a super easy process. Probably the easiest part of your freeze jar is setting it up. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to find out where you want to put it. Now for our setup, we don't have like an extra room or an extra basement. We don't even have a basement. So we don't have a basement or spare bedroom, nothing like that. So what we ended up doing is on Amazon, we bought this rolling cart. And that way we can run it in here in the dining room next to the pool table. And then when it's not in use, we can just roll it out of the way and set it to the side to where we still have all of our room. So we're gonna post a link to this table down below. It's working out perfectly so far. We can set the vacuum pump to the left side of it, and then over here we'll have our drain side that can go into a 5-gallon bucket, but I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. So you really want to set up your freeze jar in a room that's cool, dry, and clean. If the room is not clean, anything that's in the air can actually get into your cooling fins and your condenser on the inside of this, and then that's just going to reduce the life of your Harvest Right as well as the efficiency and how it runs. So make sure it's in a cool, dry, and clean room. So for the first step of setting up your freeze jar, you're going to want to open the door, and this turns twice. So once and then twice unlatches it. And this rubber ring right around here, you're going to want to pull this thing off. Don't let your door slam because you will break it. Set that off. Pull that off, and we're just going to gently close this back. I'm not even going to latch it. Just going to leave it like that. And you're going to want to take and run this under cool water and then use like a microfiber cloth and dry it off. So let's do that real quick. Sometimes whenever it's shipped to you, this can have debris and lint all over it, and you don't want that to be hitting your door because your door gets really tight while you're running a freeze dryer, and you just don't want to mess up your glass or potentially break your glass. So that's why you rinse it off really well with cool water. Don't use any chemicals, no chemicals. So once we do that and it's nice and dry, we're just gonna put this right back on. Now that that is back on, we can close our door, and I want to show you guys when we close the door, one turn, twist the latch onto it, and then the second turn really suctions your door in tight, just like that. Next thing is filling your vacuum pump. Now your vacuum pump is used with clear mineral oil, so I'm going to show y'all how to do that, but first we get to unbox it. This is the clear mineral oil that I was talking about, just right here. So we're gonna need that, and then we'll also need these. I'll explain what these are in just a few minutes. Gosh, it's so heavy. All right guys, so this right here is where you fill your oil, and that's going to be the first thing that you do once you open your pump. So you're just going to remove this, and if you look, I'm going to show you guys on the front right here, if you guys can see it. This right here is the level of your oil, and you're going to fill it up just above the halfway point. It does come with a thing of oil inside the box with the vacuum pump, but we bought extra just to have on hand. Use our funnel, and this is only going to take a couple of seconds. And we're going to watch right down here. All right, and it actually did not take all of this, so good to know. Let's put the lid on. So you want just hand tight You don't want anything to be way too tight. Just about like that. So if you guys look, we have it just above that halfway point. All right, you guys, so after you get the oil inside your pump, you're gonna plug this end. You think that you plug it into a wall, but you do not. You're gonna plug it into the back of your freeze dryer. So let me turn this to the side. And if you look right here on the back, right here, on the bottom, you have where you plug in the power to your freeze dryer, and then an outlet right back here, and that is where you plug your pump in. So you're gonna do just like that. And then if you look over here, you are actually going to flip your pump on. So the I on here means on and the O means off. But we're not turning on anything else. The next thing that you're going to want to attach is your vacuum hose. And that is this one with the two ends that screw on just like a water hose. And the first one goes right here on the top of your vacuum pump. When you're screwing these hoses on, you don't want to add any Teflon tape, no adhesive, nothing like that, because it will actually interfere with the O-ring on the inside and then also void the warranty to your pump, because it's not going to create that vacuum seal that you want. You'll actually end up having a vacuum leak. So no Teflon tape, nothing like that. Now on the side of your freeze dryer, the same side that we plugged our pump into, there's a little black cover. Just a little cover. You're going to remove that, and that is where the other end of your pump goes. Screw this on here tight. You don't need any pliers, no tools for this at all. There you go. You have one end here and then the other end attached there. So one really cool thing about the freeze dryer is it actually controls the pump. That is one reason why you plug the vacuum pump into the freeze dryer, because it tells that pump when to turn on and when to turn off. So leaving your pump on is no big deal. It's not going to just randomly kick on or anything like that. It will only kick on when this thing tells it to. The next thing that we are going to hook up is your drain hose, and that is on the opposite side of the freeze dryer that we were just working on. You got to wiggle it just a little bit to get it through the hole. This is your drain hose. There's a piece of plastic on it. Let me bring you guys in a little closer. If you guys look, this is your drain hose, and we're gonna get this plastic off. So this clear tubing that was in your box is gonna go right on the end of here. This one is a little tight to get on. And you're gonna wanna make sure that this is in the off position. So this is off, and then if you twist it, that is actually on. So on the other end, there's nothing on this tubing. And what we're gonna do is use a small bucket. You only need something that's gonna hold about 1 gallon worth of water. And I'm actually gonna put the bucket right underneath there because we want all of this to be movable. So I'm gonna grab just a bucket and I'm gonna put it under there, and I'm gonna put the end of our drain hose in there. The last thing that you're gonna wanna do is attach the power cord that goes to the freeze dryer. So this is the last thing in that box. You're gonna wanna make sure you remove that plastic. My hands are still slippery from the oil. Just like that. And this goes plugged in right next door to where you plugged your pump into the back of your freeze dryer. We slide this around again. Right on the bottom, this goes right into there. Just like that. And now you can plug it into the wall outlet. So you want to make sure that this is just a standard 110 outlet. If you are using the large freeze dryer from Harvest Right, you want to make sure that it's on its own 20 amp circuit. You can have an electrician come out and set that up for you guys. Whatever it needs to be on its own circuit. So now's the fun part. You can actually turn on your freeze dryer now, and the switch is right where we just plugged in that power cable. So I'm going to turn it on, and we're going to see this light turn on, hopefully. There we go. So it is going through a loading stage, just like that. Now once we're here, you can actually customize that. Whoop. You can actually customize your system name, and I'm going to name it Miss Freezy. Oops. This is a really awesome touchscreen. It's working great. You can hit save. Now you can name this whatever you want. If you guys have any name ideas, just let me know. That was the first thing that we had thought of. That's it. Now we're gonna wait the rest of the 24 hours. We have about 22 hours left, and I am counting down. Y'all keep a lookout for how we do the bread run, why we really do it, how we set up the trays on the inside, get all that hooked up. That's gonna be in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, if you have any questions, let us know down below. I'd be happy to help y'all. And anything special that we used in this video, like the tray or the table, whichever, we're gonna have that in the links down below. Love you guys. God bless.